Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the What a Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Brooklyn Barons Relocation franchise here on Madden 23. That is right, we return to the franchise, and we are coming off of two very upsetting episodes. We've lost 2 games in a row for the first time in who knows how long. And I'm not really sure what the end game is here. I'm not sure what the fix is, because I feel like we've been playing good enough to win these games. We've just had some mistakes both on offense and on defense, and you can chalk that up to me being just bad at the game, which is probably what it is, or you can have a mixture of that plus the game just being bad, or the team not playing up to what they can play. We've seen all kinds of different combinations throughout this series. So I'm not really sure what the problem is, so I don't really know what the fix is. But if we can figure it out today, that would make me really happy, because we're playing the Eagles, who are also 2-2. We are clearly the better team on paper, but we were clearly the better team in the past 2 episodes, and we lost both those games. So if we go on a 3-game losing streak, I'm going to lose my mind, and you guys don't want to see that. Or maybe you do. I don't know. But hit that like button if you go and enjoy, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go see if we can get back in winning ways. We finally return home after a pretty decent stretch where we were on the road to start the season, but we return home to FDR Stadium to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. We obviously have some negotiations that we could take care of if we wanted to, but I'm not sure if we are going to re-sign anybody. I guess we could try to re-sign Barkley or re-sign Derwin James or something like that, but like I've said in previous videos, it doesn't really matter because this season's not going to the point where we need to re-sign these guys, because it's the last season. So it's not like it's a major priority anymore that we need to re-sign the guy. The only reason we would need to re-sign them is maybe for like a little bit of a motivation or a confidence booster, something like that. Storyline wise would be one of the main reasons why we would re-sign one of these major players, which we do have some pretty decent guys that we need to re-sign if we were to go further in this series. Obviously, I'd like to bring back Derwin James because he's still a 99 overall, even if he is 31 years old. Maybe he's going to start to regress. I don't know. We'll never find out. Or Bryce Hall, who I probably would want to bring back, and he's fairly cheap too, so maybe we even do that now, just for a little bit of fun. He wants to be back, and I think we can get him on a decently cheap offer since he wants to be here. We'll offer him this. He might not accept it. He might. I don't know. Bryce Hall's coming back, so we have $28 million to spend if we want to. But we re-signed Bryce Hall, who has been maybe our best corner since Sean Murphy-Bunting left a few years ago. So he was our replacement for Sean Murphy-Bunting. We needed him to step up, and he has done just that, and maybe even more. He has been very good. Taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in today's episode, they have Damian Harris as their running back, and they have Richard Painter. I thought he was on the Colts. I guess. Oh no, that's DePoffy or DePoffy, whatever, however you say his name. That's who's on the Colts. So Richard Painter, you could say it's Dick Painter. Oh, he is on the Eagles as the starting quarterback, obviously because they don't have Jalen Hurts. We have Jalen Hurts. This is what we have to deal with today. I think we're gonna go with the short pass. They have Chidobe Awuzie as their corner, at least they're one of their better players. And then Jerome Miller is a X-Factor defensive lineman. Fearmonger is his X-Factor. Very interesting. That could be challenging to deal with. I guess we'll figure it out as we go through the episode. We're going to go with the passing touchdowns, and we are going to start our training here. I really hope that the injury bug does not bite us like it has been the past couple episodes, because you know we've been struggling with injuries, especially with our wide receivers. Let's see who is healthy and who is not for today's episode. We do get Garrett Wilson back, which is huge, but we also don't have A.J. Brown because he got injured in the last episode with finger or something, right? No, it's an elbow. So Justin Jefferson, he was the broken finger. He injured his in practice last episode. He was out for 2 weeks, so this is the final week that he's out. And then A.J. Brown is out for about a month and a half still. So we won't have those two receivers, but we do get Garrett Wilson back, and I just pray to baby Jesus that we don't have any other wide receiver injuries, because you saw in that episode where we were down to Eddie Pleasance and Mason and then Harrison and a bunch of scrubs. It was not great in terms of depth at the wide receiver position. We did have pretty good tight ends, but the receiver position was very, very lackluster. But we do have Garrett Wilson now back on the team as the number one receiver for the moment until Jefferson comes back. The linebacking core is still very, very much lackluster in terms of depth. But hey, we don't have any money. That's what happens. We paid maybe the wrong people. I don't know. It's life lessons. Let's take a look at what the Eagles roster has in store for us today. They have Richard Painter as their starting quarterback. They also have Ronald Murphy, a rookie, 75 overall from Portland State, who could be better than Painter. I hardly know her. That is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Damian Harris and Miles Sanders are the running backs. Receivers, Elijah Moore, who we traded here for A.J. Brown, if I'm not mistaken, right? We traded Elijah Moore to Philadelphia for A.J. Brown. I think that's the trade that we made. They also have former Chicago Cougar legend in another life, an alternate universe, Devontae Smith. They also have Donovan Peoples-Jones. I can't talk today. Rashawn Lewis and Isaiah Rodgers. That's a pretty decent receiving core. I got to give him credit for that. Dallas Goedert is the tight end with Ricky Graham. Jordan Mailata still here at left tackle, holding it down. Landon Dickerson, Calvin Durant, but he's injured, so they'll have a 59 overall that's playing center. We could capitalize on that big. You know that Quinnen Williams likes to go through the middle of the offensive line. He could have a field day today. Ross Knight, that is if they don't substitute it out for another player. Ross Knight is the right guard, and Zach Tom is the right tackle. Then on the defensive line, we know about Jerome Miller. Parker Edison is the right end. Jordan Davis still here at D-tackle. Then they've got Ogundeji as the left outside linebacker with Hassan Reddick, who has dropped significantly as he's gotten older. Middle linebacker is Chad Muma. Right outside linebacker is Mac Lehman. Corners are Awuzie, Chavarius Ward, Isaiah Fields, Antoine Wilson, and Darren Daniels. So that is your cornerbacks. But nobody is taller than 6'1", and there's not anybody that's super fast, so we could have a pretty good day, especially because Eddie Pleasance is very, very fast. Free safety is Xavier Woods, and strong safety is Deshaun Elliott. Kicker, Cade York. Punter, Sam Garner. Hardly know her. That is your Philadelphia Eagles squad going up against the Brooklyn Barons. Both of us are 2-2, but as you can see, one of these things is not like the other. Our splits, our offense, defense, and overall, on paper, are far superior than what the Eagles have. That's been the case the past couple episodes, and you know what that means. We tend to play down to our competition, and we usually lose. I do not want that to happen. We cannot go on a 3-game losing streak at the beginning of the season. That is definitely not the best case scenario because, as you can see, actually you can't see because my camera's in the way, the Dolphins are 4-0. So if we let them get this big advantage, it's going to be very hard for us to come back and win the division, which we've won for the past 2 or 3 years. So we cannot let the Dolphins get ahead by a huge amount. So we got to close that gap. We got to win this game and preferably win the rest of these games this season, which in theory shouldn't be too hard because we are probably the best team in the NFL. We just got to play like it actually on the field, which includes me. So without further ado, it is time to play the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get off the losing streak. Let's get back in winning ways. Let's beat the Eagles. Let's do it. I need it. I need this win. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Please, baby Jesus, so help me. I need this win.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got Chad Muma. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Eagles and the Barons, and it's coming up next on EA Sports. We are
Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Brooklyn Barons. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn Baron football is underway from the FDR in cloudy, gloomy Brooklyn, New York, as the Philadelphia Eagles take the field for the first time today. Dick Painter will step onto the field. We'll see what he's got. Remember, their center, I'm pretty sure, let's take a quick look just to be safe. Their center should be a 59 overall. Yes, he is. Brian Mobley is a 59 overall, so we need to absolutely destroy him. That is the goal for this episode, and that's not off to a good start as Damian Harris fumbled the football because Derwin James popped it out, but that's not a good start. And I don't know why that said quickly up there at the top that he had 2 carries already. That was the first carry of the game. That was the first play of the game. But we need to absolutely destroy this 59 overall center as Painter gets that ball to Devontae Smith quickly. We knew how good Devontae Smith can be in Madden. We saw it last season with the Cougars. Dolphins win again. They are 5-0. The Dolphins are going to be a problem this season, and I don't know, with our lackluster start, even if we do win a couple games in a row, if we can catch this Dolphins team. They might not slip up, and they might go perfect. You never know. But look how tiny the center is. We need to body him every single time, and it looks like they're going to be doing a lot of double teams to kind of hold off the advancements of Quinnen Williams, which is a smart idea. But you know what we do to that? We send blitzes. That's what we do to that, to try to affect the double teams and try to create some separation, create some space in the gaps, and force some congestion. Make these guys overthink their plays that they're calling. But right now, the Eagles are kind of walking right over us. It's not even that big of an issue for them. That's going to be corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Kentavious Bishop was doing an okay job there of covering, but not great. 3rd and 6 now for the Eagles. They are in prime field goal position, but they want a touchdown probably. It's going to be a screen pass. Nick Bolton's right there. He could not bring him down. Damian Harris falls at the 3 to Derwin James. I was kind of getting like blocked right there, and it was like I couldn't shed off the block great. I affected it a little bit, but not enough, and it's going to be a big-time play, but there's Nick Bolton. I knew it was going to be a run. We sent everybody. Bolton got through. Stops the runner in his tracks. Miles Sanders in the backfield now, and I have noticed that we haven't gotten any pressure through the middle with this 59 overall center. As the Eagles score touchdown, Devontae Smith is the one to catch it, and that was a very easy drive for the Eagles, which worries me significantly. If the Eagles are going to have that easy of a time, I am kind of terrified. That's scary. How easy that was for the Philadelphia Eagles. Harris back to return for the first time for the Barons today, and he gets to the 21-yard line, so nowhere of significance there. And Jalen Hurts in this offense will come back onto the field, or come onto the field for the first time. At least we have Garrett Wilson back. I feel a little bit more comfortable having an extra receiver on this team. Oh, but that's why! First play of the game is a deflected pass that goes into the hands of Garrett Wilson. That's why we have Garrett Wilson on this team, man. GW. What a stud he is. That was probably not the right option to throw to, but Garrett Wilson bailed us out there. And, ooh, is this going to be a bad day to run? Is Jordan Davis going to just bully us all day? That's a very big possibility. All right, we'll have to see as the game goes on. It might be a tough day to run, which is not a surprise. Usually it is a tough day to run every single time we step onto the field in this series, is what it seems like. And Saquon Barkley gets a good little out route, Texas route, out of the backfield to get a huge gain. And I'm waiting. I'm going Mason, and I chose probably the wrong option there. I should not have aggressive caught that. Maybe a secure catch, possession catch would have been the better option. I don't know. It's tough to make those decisions in the moment. I'm going to throw that quickly because I have to. Washington catches. He has to come back to it because it didn't have enough power on it. Had to throw it way quicker than I wanted to. It hurts. I don't know where to go with this football. I don't even want to catch that. I didn't want to catch that. I would have lost yards on that. Man, the Eagle defense is bringing a lot of pressure. What's the kick? 61 yards. I think that Evan McPherson can hit a 61-yarder. I don't know what the wind is like, but I think he can hit a 61-yarder, but I don't want to try it because I want to try to score. And the only way we can score is if we complete the fourth down, Patton off the hands, incomplete, turnover on downs. Eagles take back possession with a touchdown lead. That's not a good sign for the way this game is going to go. We obviously don't punt the football on fourth downs. That's a big sack, and that's the kind of stuff that I was expecting in this game. Quinnen Williams easily brushed past the center, who is far superior, or far inferior is what I wanted to say. Williams is superior. And we got a sack on Painter. Forces them to the back to second and 20. Then they get a run to make it 3rd and 17. And from the 37-yard line, with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, we could force a 3-and-out here if we're dominant. Painter's on the move. Painter's going to scramble, and we force him out of bounds. He loses 3 yards. Okay, so the yards that they got on that run on the previous play, he erases that. It's back to 20-yard difference. I'm not sure why he didn't throw it away. He just decided to run out of bounds and lost 3 yards. I guess I'll take it. I mean, obviously. As the first quarter comes to a close, we force a 3-and-out for the Eagles there. I wish we could have done that in the first drive. That sack by Quinnen Williams was absolutely huge. We needed that. We really, really needed that. But I want to see this offense take some dominance here, take some time. The only real movement we saw was that deflected pass that Garrett Wilson caught. And that's an out-of-control pass, but Mason catches it, and that's what he does best, man. That is his strong suit. That is his bread and butter, is the tight throws that Jalen Hurts has to make on the fly, contested, in traffic. He goes up and boxes people out. The former basketball player, Jermaine Mason, makes a huge play. We absolutely needed him to do it, too. There was no other option, and you know what? I might have just gotten myself a little bit of a thumbnail. You know I love me some thumbnails, baby. I might have just gotten myself a tiny little thumbnail. All right, let's go to the read option because it usually works. We'll see what happens here. It's going to be, I'll get a couple yards, hopefully. Yeah, I'll fall forward, get a couple yards on that one. Didn't work as well as I wanted it to. But that's okay. You know what? They're playing press, and they've got no safety help over the top. Garrett Wilson, I'm going to send him over the top. Hopefully he wins. He didn't win, but I'm going to send Jalen Hurts scrambling for safety, and he's going to slide and get 3rd and inches there. I don't know how I got away from Jordan Davis. Usually that's a sack all the way. Somehow Jalen was able to escape it. If Justin Jefferson was on the outside on that play, he probably wins the one-on-one. He usually wins one-on-one press coverage, but Garrett Wilson might not have had the ability to do it like Jefferson does. That's okay. It's not for everybody. That's why Justin Jefferson's built different. All right, let's try to roll and then fire and then have Mason catch it. Big catch by Jermaine Mason. He's a stud, man. I'm glad that we drafted him. If I remember correctly, I wasn't even going to draft him. But then I decided to, and he ended up being big for us last season. Barkley breaks one tackle, forces a fumble, but Garrett Wilson comes up. Garrett Wilson, man, is the MVP of this game so far. What a freaking stud. Garrett Wilson, my dog. Jalen Hurts, revenge, touchdown. We tie the game back up, or at least we have the chance to with the extra point. But Garrett Wilson has the deflected catch for a first down on the first drive, and now he has the fumble recovery that saves our drive because Barkley coughed up the ball again, which is one of the reasons why I was thinking about trading him in the offseason, even though we couldn't because we didn't have the money in cap space to be able to move him. But he coughs it up again, which is something he has become known for in this season, or in this series, is fumbling the football, which is strange, but he's been doing it a lot. And then Garrett Wilson comes up clutch again with another big play, this time bailing us out once again with a fumble recovery to keep the drive alive, allowing us to score on the next play with the Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown. So it's tied at 7. We get the ball to start the second half, which is a nice change of pace because we haven't had that for a couple episodes because we've been on the road. But I really, really need to just abuse this center, man. He is not good. And Quentin Williams is very good. That's going to be a pick, Nick Bolton. It's an it's an inaccurate pass from the quarterback, Dick Painter. And Nick Bolton capitalizes. He was on an island, and Painter just sent it my way. But did it touch the ground? I didn't notice. I'm not sure if it did. Did that ball touch? No. That is not a ball that touched the ground. That is clean off the hands of Nick Bolton. That's a big play. Give me the ball. And they will. They will give it Barons football at the 25. That's a huge turnover for us. We rely on the defense. You guys know how much we rely on this defense for everything. And Jalen Hurts completely inaccurate on that first play. All right. Reset. Let's figure it out. But that's an absolutely massive turnover. Bolton doesn't usually get interceptions, but I'm happy he got that one. Garrett Wilson. Oh, touchdown. Let's go. I wasn't sure if that was going to be caught because it was such a tight throw. I wasn't sure if Hurts was going to be able to get it over the head of the corner, but he does. Wilson with the catch. And that is a touchdown lead for the Brooklyn Barons with 3:10 to go in the half. Now that's what I want to see, baby. You love to see it. Absolutely massive turnover, changes the entire complexity of this game. The tables have turned. Can I get a big hit stick? Oh, kinda. I think I knocked myself out there. But we took him down. Damian Harris, 350 yards and 3 touchdowns so far this season. Not too shabby, especially since we're only, what, like 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in, something like that. Painter in the backfield with Harris. It's going to be a screen pass. We've got Bryce Hall right there, but the broken tackle by Damian Harris brought down by Josh Allen after a gain of 2. Come on, Quentin. I need you to be a stud. Get in there and stop him. Damian Harris again brought down hard. I think Roosevelt Patton was the one to stop him there. And you know what? We're going to bring some linebacker blitzes here because I think it could be a 3rd straight run. And it will be a 3rd straight run, but it wasn't good enough. My play call was not good enough to stop the 3rd straight run. Harris gets the first down. 2-minute warning comes. Let's please not allow a touchdown here. I would really appreciate that. Painter's gonna run. The Dick is on the move. And Painter gets 3 after the slide. They go no huddle, hurry up, and it's going to be a sack. The cornerback blitz, Kentavious Bishop, might be my favorite player in this entire series. He has been such a stud since we brought him in. And it's going to be a 2nd straight sack. Josh Allen, the athletic version. He gets the Dick. Sacks Painter. And with 50 seconds to go, we get another possession before half. We have all 3 of our timeouts. We can make something happen here. If not, a touchdown, maybe a field goal, or Nate Harris could be explosive. He gets to the 30. That's great starting field position, considering where the ball was kicked. All right, let's do something here. 39 seconds, all of our timeouts. Let's make some magic happen. Hurts with the snap. Quick throw, had to get it away quickly. All right, call a timeout. Maybe not my best play call, but it's okay. We ball. 2nd and 4, 36-yard line, 33 seconds to go. We're going to go quickly. That's Patton. He's got it again. We're going to run a spike. Spike it, spike it, spike it. There we go. We wasted down, but that's okay because I think saving the timeout is going to be better in the long run. 18 seconds to go. I'm going to lean Washington here. No. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson because he's going to have the speed to get that first down. Beautiful. 12 seconds, 1 timeout. We have 1 chance at the end zone, probably, before we have to go for a field goal. No. We have 2 chances at the end zone because this play, we can get down before time expires, or we can have no chance at the end zone. Now I screwed that up. That was a bad idea. Stupid. All right, so 51-yard field goal for Evan McPherson with 6 seconds on the clock. He should be able to drill this with ease. It is up. It's got the angle and the distance. It's good. We lead 17-7 with like 2 seconds left or 3 seconds left, something like that. Very good results. Good enough result. I'll take it. Okay, we'll sky kick this to the return man, and with 2 seconds left, we will finish the half. And Kane, oh my God, huge hit stick by Kane, or Can, whatever, however you say his name. And that's the end of the half. We go into halftime up 17-7 on Philadelphia. I'm telling you, man, that interception by Nick Bolton might end up being unbelievably massive. Unbelievably massive. And look at the Chiefs. They're beating the Cougars, which is not surprising. The Cougars have not been good all series. But they are 1-3. I don't know if you caught that record there. They are 1-3, about to be 2-3 after this game. But the Chiefs having a little bit of a struggle season just like us. I don't know what the Bengals are doing, but it's good to know that all of our rivals, the Bills and Chiefs at least, are struggling this year. Let's try to get on the board again here. I'm going to go wait and then find Garrett Wilson. Huge play up the middle to start the drive. That's a way to start the second half, baby. And I think we might go into a run because we haven't ran really at all today. So they're probably not expecting it. And that's a nice carry for Barkley. Gets 5. I'll go back to it again. Snap it. Try to break this tackle. Jordan Davis going to wrestle me down. Ogundeji is injured for the Eagles for this 3rd down play. 3rd and 3 from the 47. I like the route Garrett Wilson's run, especially in press. But I don't think he's won. I got to get that to Patton. I should have done a different play. Or not a different play, a different possession. I went aggressive, and that was not the right call. I know better than to go aggressive in that situation because it's always an incomplete pass. The animation will never allow it to be a catch. That's going to be possession, though. And Barkley holds on. That was a disgusting decision to make right there. I should not have thrown it that late. But it worked out in the end. It's a catch on 4th down. Completed. Thankfully, we needed that. Snap it. Wait for Pleasance to make his run. Eddie Pleasance could have a touchdown here. Fight for it. Eddie Pleasance, the rookie. Number 2 on the season. Number 2 on his career. And he got aggressive for that one. He got physical. Let's get physical. Physical. Eddie Pleasance, baby. The rookie delivers on his 2nd touchdown of his career. McPherson will set up and deliver the extra point to make it 24-7. And this is a beautiful sight. Exactly what I wanted to see from the get-go and what I wanted to see in the last 2 episodes. But we obviously didn't get that. It's okay. Now we have a kick return from the Philadelphia Eagles that will not be able to be returned. And here come the Eagles on the drive. 24-7. They're going to hand it back off to Damian Harris. He slips through 1, but can't get away from anybody else. It's a gain of 2 on the play, and I would think that Philadelphia is going to lean heavy into the pass, but you never know with the AI. That's going to be a drop pass. I thought he was going to catch that. Miles Sanders could not hang on to it. Good play there. 3rd and 8. A 3-and-out would be amazing here. That would completely destroy all momentum that the Eagles could ever have. And it's going to be just that. Nick Bolton wrestles Damian Harris down. It's 4th and 1, and they'll punt the football back to us. Great tackle by Nick Bolton, man. You got to love it. You got to love Nick Bolton. Harris is back to return. He gets it. He'll get about 2, maybe 3 on the play. I don't really know. And Jalen Hurts will come back onto the field. Let's see what we can do here on this next drive after the 3 and outs. Uh-oh, Jordan Davis, why did he not get tackled, or why did he not get blocked? Your guess is as good as mine. Looks like they're starting to figure out the run game again, so we'll have to go away from it for a little bit like we did in the first half, excuse me. Let's see what we can do here. Snap it. I don't know what happened there. I kind of stopped for a second. Mason with the adjustment on the catch. Huge one. Huge catch. And we're going to go read option again. Let's go read option one more time. We tried it earlier. Got about 3 yards, maybe 2 yards. Let's snap it. He bites. And Jalen Hurts has got a chance to get a few. He gets a first down. Jalen Hurts, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's the style of running that I want to see from my QB. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to send Garrett Wilson on a deep route because that's going to open up the field for Pleasance. I'm really starting to like Eddie Pleasance, man. He's growing on me. I was a little concerned when we drafted him, but he's growing on me. I do like him. Barkley gets the first down on the run, and we will change the play and try to make something happen here. Although I don't really like anything we got. Wilson sideline, no catch. Incomplete. I figured that was probably going to be the case. I didn't really like anything that I had open there. There might not have been anything really that open anyway. But it's okay, because we're going to give this ball back to Barkley, and he's going to get about 6 maybe? Maybe 7 on the run. And it is from the 25-yard line where we have this 3rd and 3. What do we like here? What do we like here? Nothing really. Get that away. Patton falls down for it. Comes back to the ball. The general, George Patton, gets a nice catch, keeping the drive alive on 3rd down. Exactly what we asked for. That's how I drew it up. That is how I drew it up. And now Barkley, good block. Saquon on the edge. Oh, he couldn't turn the corner. Good defense by the safety there. Barkley could not turn the edge. Almost. But 24-7. If we add a touchdown here, we could be unstoppable. I got to throw this away. It's going to be Washington. Did I lose a yard? No, I gained 2. Okay, I wasn't sure if I lost any yards on that one. I probably forced that to Will Washington. I shouldn't have went there with him. I think I'm going to step up and run this with Jalen Hurts. Number 2 for Jalen Hurts on the day. Absolutely amazing. And we are up 30-7. Make that 31-7 with the extra point from Evan McPherson. I mean, this is much needed, man. This is absolutely much needed. We needed a bounce-back game. We needed a get-right game. We needed one just to get the confidence back, to boost my self-esteem, because I was starting to doubt myself and my Madden skills. I don't have a lot of Madden skills, but the ones that I do have, I was starting to doubt. And so this one makes me feel a little bit better about this season and the fact that we have still a chance to win a Super Bowl. And, oh, man, I got into the backfield a little too quick there. I was not prepared to be back there so quick. Luckily, Josh Allen was prepared, and he tackled Damian Harris for no gain. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. We've got 1 quarter remaining in this blowout. Eagles and Barons. Week number 4? 5? Week number 5? I don't remember. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Can I please get to the quarterback here? He's a 59 overall. Oh, you suck, dick. I just got it. That's funny. I didn't even try. That one wasn't even forced. Usually I try to force the jokes to make them funny, or if you think they're funny or not, I don't know. But that one I didn't even force. I said you suck, and then I said his name. His name just happens to be Richard, which is also Dick. That's funny. You guys get it. You guys get it. 4th and 9 from the 26-yard line. Can we get to the quarterback? Pick that off. Sauce, you gotta pick that, Sauce. That's a pick 6, easy. But he knocked it out. Devontae Smith could not handle it. It's a turnover for the Eagles, and that's basically ball game. No matter what happens here, field goal, touchdown, this one's over. This one is signed, sealed, and delivered. Barons are going to get back in the win column. Much needed, by the way. Much needed. And I'm going to deliver this to Mason. We might as well give him a touchdown since he's going to be the thumbnail anyway. Jermaine Mason with a catch. And a touchdown for the Barons. 38-7. Will that be the final score? It remains to be seen. Man, I'm so happy. I needed this. I absolutely needed this. There was no way that I was going to be mentally okay if I lost 3 straight games in this final season. I absolutely needed a win. And a win in dominating fashion, too. I mean, I would have taken like an overtime win or a win by a touchdown or something last second, something like that. But that would have been more stressful. I'm glad that it's just easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, and we've got a nice blowout victory. Don't have to worry, don't have to sweat, anything like that. We can just play out this final quarter, not have to worry about anything. 2nd and 3 from the 27, Painter in the backfield after the little underneath check down kind of thing that they threw on 1st down. Painter's gonna run again. Painter, hardly know her. He ran backwards, but he got the 1st down in the end. All right, that was a long way to get a 1st down, but he got it. From the 32 now. We'll see what happens. Oh, McLeod was in the backfield quickly. Knocked it down, Nick Bolton. Incomplete pass. Miles Sanders is struggling to catch those ones, that's for sure. They keep thinking that he's going to be able to catch those checkdowns. That's going to be, turn me into Sauce, please. Don't turn me into Dylan Ross. I could have picked that off if I was Sauce. They turned me into Dylan Ross. I want to be the Sauce, not the Ross. I spit bars. That's to the sidelines, incomplete. Caught it out of bounds. 2nd and 10 for Painter and the Eagles. 47-yard line, Painter's got time, but it closes quickly, and Painter's got room to run. Ooh, tripped down. I thought that ball came out for a second. Tripped down by Nick Bolton from behind. Painter's starting to show his running ability here in the 2nd half. He didn't really do that in the 1st half. But he is scrambling for his life here in the 4th quarter. And that one just completely wild, super inaccurate throw there. 2nd and 10. Quick throw underneath. Big hit from Bolton is kind of absorbed by the receiver there. And it's 3rd and 1. You know what? Let's get a little bit of a linebacker blitz here. We haven't had one in a couple drives. So Nick Bolton in the backfield forces the incomplete pass. Let's go, Bolton. Big play. And we're going to go 4th and 1. They're going for this. So you know what? We are bringing pressure. We are pinching the line. We're doing all kinds of crazy things, but a nice little juke. Flag. What's the flag going to be? Holding on the offense. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. They give us another shot to stop them. I thought it was going to be like unnecessary roughness or something, but I was about to be like, Madden doesn't call unnecessary roughness very often, and that's going to be, oh my God, what a hit. Receiver could not handle the ball. That was a massive hit. Sweet Jesus. All right, 33-yard line. We turn the Eagles over again, and that's great blocking down the field. Great initial blocks from the offensive lineman, and then great blocking from Garrett Wilson to give us a little bit more space. Oh my God, great blocking again from the guards. It's immaculate. You love to see it. Trey Smith throwing in some amazing blocks. Absolutely beautiful. And with the 2-minute warning gone now, we can kind of coast our way to a victory here, even though that's pretty much what we were doing already. Barkley, this is where Barkley tends to get his yards. I usually like to call it inflated yards because he didn't really earn the rushing yards at the end. His total looks a little bit better than what it arguably should be, but this is how he gets these yards. And the fourth quarter, in the last like 3 minutes or so, the defensive line just starts to give up and they get tired, and the offensive line just has a field day, and Barkley can get 10, 15 yards per carry, more than likely. So that's how he ends up usually getting about 100 yards a game. For the most part. Sometimes it doesn't happen. And that one's not going to be there, but that's okay. I forgot that when Johnston went out with that injury, we used a timeout. That's kind of sucky. But it's 3rd and 8, under a minute to go, and you know what? I think I'm going to get a little crazy here. I'm going to get a little aggressive. It might not be a smart idea, but I'm going to go down to Patton there. Patton's going to get the catch. It's 4th and 2, and you know what? We're going to go for it. We don't punt the football. We don't even kick field goals from here. We are going to go balls deep, and I shouldn't have went balls deep. Sack by Miller, Jerome Miller, this X-Factor pass rusher. He finally got a sack on us. And we turn the ball over back to the Eagles, but hey, we're going to win 38-7. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I would have liked to add another touchdown to the resume, but it's okay. Nick Bolton does a good job getting off the block there, tackling the runner. Eagles use one of their timeouts. I don't know why they're using their timeouts. Not like they can win on this possession. That's a throw. Huge hit to from Derwin James to the receiver. And another timeout is used by the Eagles. Elijah Moore, big catch. Former Baron. I guess Derwin James, former teammate of Derwin James, taking his anger out on him. And he stays in bounds. I was about to say, and that's a force out, but he stayed in bounds after the hit. And they used all their timeouts, so final play of the game. 11 seconds on the clock. What will Painter do? He will throw it, picked it off. Bryce Hall, icing on top of the cake. And can he give us that touchdown that we desperately needed at the end of the last drive? He certainly will. Bryce Hall ends the game. Ball game. Barons get back in the win column. And that's a walk-off, baby. Bryce Hall does it. I don't know what Painter was thinking. And that is the game. Barons win 44-7. This was a great game from Jalen Hurts. 18 for 25, 279, and 3 touchdowns. Who needs Justin Jefferson? Who needs A.J. Brown? We got Garrett Wilson, baby. 16 attempts, 97 yards for Barkley. Jalen Hurts had 2 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, we spread the wealth. 4 catches for both Patton, or for all of Patton, Mason, and Wilson. Wilson and Mason had touchdowns. So did Eddie Pleasance on that big aggressive run. But Garrett Wilson was big, and Jermaine Mason was really big too. Defensively, 7 tackles for Nick Bolton, 5 for Derwin James. We had a sack from Kentavious Bishop, Josh Allen, Quinnen Williams, not his brother, and Roosevelt Patton. That's probably one of the most sack games we've had in a while. And then interceptions from Bryce Hall to end the game, and then Nick Bolton. The Nick Bolton interception really turned the tide. Really gave us some momentum, some big momentum. And we get it back in the winning ways, in the win column with the W, 44-7 over the Eagles. Big, 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 big win. That's going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we will take on the 1-win Tennessee Titans. It seems like our schedule is very, very friendly, because in the next episode after that, we take on the 1-win Bills. Now, will they be 1-win when we play them? I don't know. We'll find out in the next episode if they beat whoever they play. But we take on the Titans, who are 1-4. I like our odds to get 4 wins and still keep up with the Dolphins, who are currently 5-0. If you guys enjoyed this episode, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.